Welcome to the Cenario podcast, your guide to mental health and well-being. Each episode, we uncover practical tools, discuss expert insights, and explore how supplements can transform your mental health journey. Get ready to learn, grow, and thrive with us.
Welcome to this deep dive. Let's face it, in the rush of modern life, anxiety has it's become one of the most common concerns we hear about.
It really has.
And while professional support is absolutely paramount, many of you are looking for ways to, boost your own resilience, looking for natural tools that can complement traditional approaches.
Exactly. And that word complement is so important. We're not here to suggest replacements for therapy or for medication,
Right.
but to look at the powerful sort of underlying architecture of our mental health. Today, we're really setting the stage to explore specific, essential vitamins and minerals.
Foundational stuff.
Foundational stuff. The things research suggests play a huge role in maintaining emotional balance. This is about optimizing your body's built-in resources.
So what's the mission for this deep dive?
Yeah.
We had a pretty big stack of source material that explores the science behind certain nutrients.
A very interesting stack, I should say.
It really was. We're talking vitamin D, the B complex, and magnesium. These have consistently shown promise in reducing anxiety symptoms, and we're citing work from some serious journals.
Right, like Frontiers in Nutrition and PubMed Central.
Exactly. So our goal is to really extract the surprising nuggets of knowledge so you can feel informed, not overwhelmed, about natural support.
I think that's the key. Informed, not overwhelmed.
Okay, let's unpack this, and we'll start with the one that literally requires us to step outside.
That would have to be vitamin D, often called the sunshine vitamin.
Of course.
And, while we traditionally associate it with things like bone health, its role in mental well-being has just garnered huge attention in recent years.
I noticed a core finding cited in the research that I think listeners really need to internalize. It said there's a growing body of evidence suggesting a strong relationship between vitamin D levels and anxiety.
Yes.
But let's be specific. What exactly is the connection? I mean, does low D cause anxiety?
That is such a critical distinction to make. The data, especially the synthesized research that we saw, points to an inverse relationship.
An inverse relationship. Break that down for us.
It's a key insight. It means that, generally speaking, people who maintain higher, more adequate levels of vitamin D are associated with a lower risk of experiencing anxiety symptoms. It's a correlation.
A correlation, not a cause.
Right. More accurately, it's a preventative factor or maybe a supportive measure rather than a direct cause and effect cure.
That makes a lot of sense. If we're talking about optimizing your resistance, not necessarily treating the entire condition.
Precisely.
But I'm still scratching my head a little. Vitamin D feels so physical. How is it secretly involved in running our mood? What's that hidden connection there?
What's so fascinating here is that vitamin D acts less like a simple vitamin and more like a hormone in the brain.
Wow.
It is absolutely crucial for overall brain function. The mechanism we're seeing involves neurotransmitter regulation.
Hold on. For listeners who might have heard the term but aren't totally sure, can you quickly break down what a neurotransmitter is?
Of course. Think of them as the brain's chemical messengers.
Got it.
They carry signals from one nerve cell to the next, and they influence everything from your sleep to happiness to anxiety. Vitamin D helps regulate the production of these messengers.
And which ones are we talking about specifically?
Most notably, serotonin, which is just vital for maintaining a balanced mood and contributing to feelings of well-being. So if you have insufficient D, that whole messaging system can slow down or become unbalanced.
And considering how much time we all spend indoors these days, it's probably a safe bet that a lot of people struggling with mood stability might also be deficient.
It's a very real possibility.
It seems like an easy foundational checkup to perform. But of course, and we have to say this, any discussion of supplementation must start with talking to your healthcare provider about the right dosage.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because vitamin D is fat soluble, you can build up too much of it, which is why that personalized medical advice it's just non-negotiable.
Right.
But it remained a core piece of the mental health puzzle that is, I think, very often overlooked.
Okay, let's transition now from one single vitamin to an entire complex team. The B vitamins. We're talking B1 through B12 and folate. We know they're essential for energy, but how do they provide support for our mental well-being?
The B vitamin complex is really like the foundational scaffolding of the entire nervous system.
Scaffolding, I like that.
Yeah, and the studies we looked at show these broad benefits. They can help reduce anxiety symptoms, improve sleep quality, and even alleviate depressive symptoms.
That's huge.
It is. And that holistic approach is really important because anxiety and depression so frequently walk hand in hand. B vitamins help address that co-occurrence by just stabilizing the whole neurological environment.
So if vitamin D helps regulate the messengers like serotonin, what are the B vitamins doing? Are they like the construction crew building the message system itself?
That is a great way to put it. Yes, they are the essential building blocks. If we look specifically at, say, B12 and folate 2 are the most critical ones, they are directly involved in something called the methylation cycle.
Ooh, now we're getting into the deep dog territory. What is the methylation cycle, and why should someone dealing with anxiety care about it?
So the methylation cycle is this biochemical process that happens billions of times a second in your body.
Billions.
Billions. It's required for the production, the breakdown, and the recycling of crucial brain chemicals. Critically, B12 and folate act as cofactors in converting homocysteine.
Okay, that's a new word for me.
Homocysteine. It's a potentially harmful amino acid. They help convert it into other beneficial compounds. When you're deficient in B12 or folate, homocysteine levels can rise.
And that's bad.
And that's bad. High levels have been consistently linked in the research to poor nerve health and an increased risk of mood disorders, including both anxiety and depression.
Wow. So ensuring you have enough B vitamins is essentially, it's smoothing out a critical biological bottleneck that directly impacts your brain's stability.
Precisely. B12 is also critical for maintaining the nerve sheath, the coating on your nerves. And folate is essential for just creating new neurotransmitters. Without them, the brain signaling network starts to fray.
Here's where it gets really interesting for me, because the sources we reviewed didn't just stop at single vitamins. They brought up this idea of synergy.
Yes.
There was a 2019 study that was highlighted involving young adults that looked at the combined effect of several nutrients.
That study truly highlighted the power of comprehensive support. They found that a specific multivitamin combination, and this contained B vitamins, vitamin C, calcium, magnesium, and zinc.
So a whole team.
A whole team. It significantly reduced reported anxiety in young adults compared to a placebo. This suggests that a broad, balanced approach might be more effective than just isolating one nutrient.
Okay, so we know B vitamins are the construction crew. But what do vitamin C and zinc, those additional components, what do they bring to the strategy?
Well, vitamin C is famous as a powerful antioxidant. I want you to think of oxidative stress as kind of like rust forming on your brain's delicate circuitry.
Okay, I can picture that.
It happens naturally, just as a byproduct of metabolism and stress. Vitamin C acts like the protective paint, guarding the brain and nervous system against that cellular rust. It ensures a clean, healthy environment for nerve signaling.
That's a fantastic analogy, protection.
Exactly. And zinc, meanwhile, it plays a direct, crucial role in neurotransmitter function itself, stabilizing those chemical messengers.
So the whole system is layered.
It's totally layers. B vitamins build and maintain the nervous system, vitamin C protects the infrastructure, and zinc fine-tunes the messaging signals. The multivitamin provides that comprehensive support structure that could address anxiety from multiple biological angles.
That takes us seamlessly to the master regulator, a mineral that also appeared in that multivitamin, magnesium.
Magnesium.
Why is magnesium so pivotal in reducing anxiety?
The sheer scope of its involvement is just compelling. I mean, the insights we saw reveal that magnesium is involved in over 300 biochemical reactions in the body.
300.
300. That includes enzyme function, energy production, muscle and nerve function, and crucially, those reactions that influence our mood and cognitive performance.
That fact, 300 reactions, that's staggering. When something is involved in so many processes, how does a deficiency specifically manifest as increased anxiety?
It manifests primarily because magnesium is deeply calming. It's often called nature's tranquilizer because of its ability to regulate the stress response.
Nature's tranquilizer, I like that.
And specifically for mood, it works with a neurotransmitter called GABA.
So not serotonin this time, but GABA.
Correct. GABA, or gamma-aminobutyric acid, is the brain's primary inhibitory or calming neurotransmitter. It's the brakes. It slows things down. Magnesium binds to and activates GABA receptors, which helps the brain shift out of that fight-or-flight mode and into a state of relaxation. A deficiency in magnesium often results in a state of high alert, muscle tension, and predictably increased stress and anxiety.
So if your anxiety shows up as physical tension, or if you just feel constantly keyed up, magnesium is a really foundational nutrient to check.
It's a great place to start looking.
If listeners want to ensure they're getting enough through diet, What were the most reliable sources that were cited in the material?
Magnesium is plentiful in nature, thankfully.
Yeah.
Specifically in things like nuts, seeds, legumes, and leafy green vegetables like spinach.
The usual suspects.
The usual healthy suspects. However, even with a really conscientious diet, soil depletion and modern food processing often mean that supplementation is a common consideration for those looking to address a shortfall.
Before we move to our final critical thinking segment, we do need to cover two supplements that aren't vitamins or minerals, but were repeatedly mentioned as highly promising.
Right? We can't overlook them if we're giving the complete picture.
We can't. What are they?
We're talking about L-theanine and ashwagandha. L-theanine is an amino acid, and it's famously found in green tea.
Oh, interesting.
Its mechanism is particularly interesting for anxiety sufferers because it promotes a state of calm relaxation without causing drowsiness.
That is the holy grail for people dealing with daytime anxiety. How does it manage to achieve calm without making you sleepy?
It works by stimulating the production of alpha brainwaves, which are associated with that relaxed yet focused state, the kind of mental state you might enter during meditation. And crucially, L-theanine also boosts the production of that calming neurotransmitter we just discussed, GABA. It essentially helps quiet the mind chatter and promotes focus without sedation.
And what about ashwagandha? I feel like that's everywhere now.
It is. Ashwagandha is what's known as an adaptogenic herb. Adaptogen just means it helps the body adapt to stress by modulating its central stress response system.
How does it do that?
It primarily works by helping to regulate cortisol, the body's main stress hormone. When we're chronically stressed, cortisol stays elevated. Ashwagandha, according to some of these studies, can help blunt that continuous peak, helping the body manage stress more effectively and return to baseline faster.
We've covered so much ground, from deregulating messengers to B vitamins building the system to magnesium activating the calming response.
It's a lot, I know.
It is. But now we shift focus to the most important part of this deep dive, the critical thinking. For you, the learner, it is so essential to understand the limitations. This is not a menu of quick fixes.
This is where we connect all this information back to the bigger picture. We have to look at supplements with a critical eye. And the source material is very, very clear on this. These should be considered adjunctive
Thanks for
therapies.
tuning in to
Let's
the
translate
Cenario
that term.
podcast.
What does adjunctive
Don't
therapy
forget
mean
to visit
in practice?
Cenario.com
It means
for more
they work
expert tips,
alongside or in
articles, and
support of your
supplements
primary
designed to
treatment
support
plan.
your mental
They are
health.
the co-pilot.
If you
They're
enjoyed this
optimizing the
episode,
conditions
remember
for the
to
pilot,
subscribe
which
and
is your
share it with a
professional
friend.
healthcare strategy
Until
to
next
succeed.
time, take care of yourself.
They are not a replacement for talking to a therapist or managing severe anxiety with prescription medication or prioritizing lifestyle changes like sleep and exercise.
What are the biggest practical caveats the sources emphasize, the things you really need to watch out for?
There are three main areas of caution. First, not all supplements are created equal. Quality control varies wildly out there.
Right.
The B vitamins and magnesium are exceptions in that they show more consistent results in established research, but consumers must be wary of marketing hype.
And the second.
Second, the effects vary significantly by individual physiology. Consistency is key, and some people might notice subtle changes in a few weeks, while for others it could take months.
That waiting period can be really frustrating if you're hoping for immediate relief.
It can be. But the third caveat is perhaps the most serious: contraindications.
Meaning interactions.
Interactions.
Yeah.
Exactly. Individuals with specific health conditions, especially involving kidney function pregnant or breastfeeding women, and those taking existing psychiatric or cardiovascular medications must consult a provider first. Some supplements can interact dangerously or even negate the effects of prescriptions. You just cannot skip this step.
That comprehensive context is absolutely vital for making truly informed choices. So what does this all mean? Summarizing our deep dive, we found that vitamin D, the entire B complex, and magnesium are really the three most consistently researched and supported natural nutrients for improving mental resilience.
Exactly. We've established how these micronutrients directly influence key neurotransmitter pathways and the body's stress response systems. By optimizing these foundational elements, you are providing valuable, evidence-backed support for your overall mental well-being.
This has been a fascinating deep dive into the underlying biochemistry of calm. The core message really seems clear. Optimizing your foundation with natural support is a potent part of a broader professional strategy.
It has to include those essential lifestyle changes, too.
Of course.
Think of these as the essential, high-grade materials for building a robust house. You wouldn't skip the foundation. You really shouldn't manage anxiety without ensuring your body has the right building blocks.
So to leave you with a final provocative thought to consider, based on everything we've just unpacked. If magnesium is involved in over 300 biochemical reactions,
Nice.
and a synergistic blend of nutrients, including vitamin C protecting your brain circuits from that oxidative stress and zinc fine-tuning neurotransmitter function, proves effective in studies, then what personalized, precise blend of already known essential nutrients tailored specifically to your unique genetic and physiological profile might unlock an even deeper, more profound level of mental resilience?
That is a great question.
That's a question worth exploring with your healthcare professional.
Thanks for tuning in to the Cenario podcast. Don't forget to visit Cenario.com for more expert tips, articles, and supplements designed to support your mental health. If you enjoyed this episode, remember to subscribe and share it with a friend. Until next time, take care of yourself.